There are moments in life when something inside begins to shift. Without warning, you start feeling different, not just in your mind but deep within your body. Your heart feels lighter, your spirit feels calmer, and your soul seems to breathe differently. These changes are not random. In Islam, every chapter of our life, including love and marriage, follows a path carefully designed by Allah. Nothing happens by accident. When a soul you are destined to meet is drawing closer, Allah often sends signs through your own body, quietly, softly, but surely. These are the moments when the unseen world touches your physical being. They are small signals from your Lord, shaping you, preparing you for the great blessing that is on its way. Your body, your emotions, your heart, they all begin to align with the journey that Allah has written for you long before you even knew it. It is a preparation that is both beautiful and profound. It is as if Allah is polishing you from within so you can recognize and receive the person who is written in your destiny. Today, we will walk through these hidden signs together. You will learn how your own body reveals the nearness of someone meant especially for you. Each change is a silent announcement from Allah, telling you, be ready. A sacred meeting is approaching. Stay with me until the end, and allow your heart to open to the wisdom that Allah places not just around you, but within you. Number 1. The inner calm before the union. There comes a time when the heart, once heavy with questions, begins to feel lighter. The worries that once filled your nights start to fade. Without any clear reason, you begin to experience a calmness that covers you like a soft blanket. It is not because everything around you has changed. It is because Allah is changing something inside you. This inner calm is one of the earliest signs that someone important is about to enter your life. Your body, your heart, and even your thoughts begin to rest in a quiet trust. It is a feeling that cannot be forced and cannot be explained by the events around you. It is planted by Allah as a mercy, preparing you for what lies ahead. The Quran speaks clearly in Surah Ar-Ra'd, verse 28. Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. Quran 13:28. This reminder is powerful. True peace does not come from people, wealth, or worldly success. It comes from the one who created you and who knows the exact moment your destined partner will arrive. When you feel this calmness, it is not a sign to sit idle. It is a call to prepare yourself quietly and patiently. Your calm heart allows you to listen more deeply, to observe without fear, and to trust without needing to see every answer immediately. It is a transformation inside your soul, guiding you to a place where you can welcome love with wisdom, rather than with worry. This sacred calmness is very different from laziness. Laziness is when you feel no energy to move, no desire to grow. But the calmness sent by Allah is full of life. You feel motivated to improve yourself, but without panic. You feel hopeful about tomorrow, but without desperation. It is a readiness, not just to meet someone, but to become someone who is ready to nurture, support, and honor the gift of marriage. You may notice that you no longer rush your prayers. You no longer feel lost when you think about the future. Instead, you stand stronger, more confident, knowing that Allah's timing is perfect. This is a beautiful mercy, because when the soul is calm, it can recognize true blessings when they appear. When the heart is quiet, it can hear the whisper of destiny as it approaches. This inner calm is not a small sign. It is a major preparation. When you notice this change within yourself, when the storms inside you settle without any human reason, then know that Allah is near to fulfilling a promise written for you long ago. Someone special is approaching, and Allah, in His kindness, is making sure you are strong, peaceful, and full of light before that meeting takes place. Number 2, a sudden renewal of energy. Sometimes a powerful shift happens quietly within you. Without changing your lifestyle or habits, you start waking up with a new sense of energy. The tiredness that once weighed you down begins to lift. The heaviness that made even small tasks feel difficult starts to disappear. You feel more alive, more awake, more prepared to face each day with strength and purpose. This renewal is not accidental. It is a special gift from Allah. Your body is being made ready for the responsibilities that marriage brings. Marriage in Islam is not just about emotions. It is a serious commitment, an act of worship that demands physical strength, mental patience, and emotional maturity. It requires energy to build a home based on love, mercy, and understanding. Allah, in His wisdom, begins to prepare you before the blessing arrives, so that when it does, you are ready to carry it with honor and gratitude. The Prophet Muhammad SAW guided the youth with these words, "O young men, whoever among you can support a wife should marry." Fef 6:5. This hadith reminds us that marriage is not for those who are unprepared. It is for those who are able to protect, to provide, to nurture, and to lead with gentleness and responsibility. So when your body starts feeling lighter, stronger, and more willing to serve, know that it is a preparation for a bigger journey that Allah has written for you. This newfound energy does not come with arrogance. It does not push you to seek attention or chase after worldly goals. Rather, it pulls you toward discipline, toward self-improvement, and toward greater acts of worship. You find yourself more willing to pray, more eager to learn, more committed to becoming the best version of yourself, not just for your own sake, but for the one Allah is preparing you to meet. You may notice that tasks which once drained you now feel easier. The burdens that seemed overwhelming before suddenly feel lighter. Even your dreams may become clearer, your goals more focused, your heart more determined. This is Allah's way of strengthening you from within. It is not about becoming busy for the sake of being busy. It is about building stamina for a sacred partnership that demands courage, loyalty, and constant effort. Marriage is a garden that requires daily care. It is not a single moment of joy, but a lifetime of patience, service, and sacrifice. Allah knows this. And so before He places this trust in your hands, He renews your energy, He sharpens your focus, and He fills your spirit with new determination. If you are feeling this shift within yourself, if you are moving with more purpose, carrying yourself with more strength, then recognize it for what it truly is, a divine preparation for the one you are destined to walk this path with. Number 3. Emotional sensitivity awakens. As you move closer to meeting the one Allah has chosen for you, another beautiful change begins to take place within your heart. You find that your emotions become more alive. Things that once seemed small now touch you deeply. A kind word, a simple act of mercy, or a quiet moment of beauty can move you to tears or fill your heart with gratitude. This is not a sign of weakness. It is a clear sign that Allah is softening your heart, preparing it to receive love and give love in its purest form. Emotional sensitivity is a blessing, not a burden. It means your heart is open enough to feel the weight of kindness, the value of patience, and the beauty of forgiveness. It means you are no longer closed off by the hardness of this world. You are learning to see with your soul, not just with your eyes. Allah describes this deep connection between two people in Surah Ar-Rum, where He says, "And among His signs is that He created for you from yourselves mates that you may find tranquility in them, and He placed between you affection and mercy." Quran 30:21. Notice the words, affection and mercy. These qualities do not grow in a heart that is hard or careless. They grow in a heart that has been softened through life's trials and polished through sincere faith. When your emotions awaken, you begin to understand others more easily. You listen more deeply. You forgive more quickly. You care more genuinely. This emotional awareness is necessary because marriage is not built only on attraction. It is built on compassion, patience, and the ability to care for another human being's heart as a trust from Allah. If you find yourself becoming more thoughtful, more forgiving, and more gentle, know that these are signs of strength. It takes courage to be soft in a world that often encourages hardness. It takes faith to feel deeply when so many choose to be numb. Allah is shaping your character so that you will be a source of peace, not chaos, a place of mercy, not judgment, for the soul that is destined to join with yours. These changes are not loud or dramatic. They are quiet, but they're powerful. They prepare you to love not with conditions, but with understanding. They teach you to stand firm, but with gentleness. They make your heart a safe place for the one Allah will send. So when you notice your emotional sensitivity awakening, welcome it. It is one of the clearest signs that you are being made ready for a love blessed by Allah's mercy. Number 4. Changes in your prayer and dua. Another beautiful sign that someone you are destined to marry is approaching can be found in your connection with prayer and dua. You may notice your heart turning more often toward Allah without being forced. Suddenly, your conversations with your Lord become softer, longer, and more personal. You start asking for things you may not have even thought about before. Your prayers move beyond general wishes, and they begin to carry a deep longing, a desire for the right partner, the right timing, and the right journey. This quiet change is powerful. Without realizing it, you find yourself praying not only for love but for wisdom, for strength, for patience, and for protection from heartache. You start to understand that marriage is not just about companionship, it is about finding someone who will help you please Allah, grow closer to Him, and build a life based on faith, mercy, and trust. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us something very special about this secret conversation between a servant and their Lord. He said, "Nothing is more honorable to Allah than supplication. Every sincere dua you make is honored by Allah. Every whispered prayer you offer is treasured by Him." When your heart leans more toward supplication, it is a sign that Allah is preparing you internally for the blessing you are asking for. You may notice that sujood, the moment when your forehead touches the ground, feels heavier, more meaningful. You might find your tears falling without you even realizing it. Your duas become filled with a sweetness that is hard to describe. This is no coincidence. It is Allah softening your heart and sharpening your focus, making you ready to embrace the life He has planned for you. Even if your words are simple, even if your prayers are quiet, they carry weight in the unseen world. Your duas are planting seeds for a future you cannot yet see, but Allah sees it clearly. He hears your every call, and He answers in the best of ways and the best of times. So when your prayer life deepens, when your dua feels more alive, know that it is not just a phase. It is a sacred preparation, a divine sign that the journey toward your destined companion is already in motion. Number 5. An unexplainable hopefulness. There comes a stage when you begin to feel something very special inside you, a strong and quiet hopefulness that does not depend on anything you can see. Even though nothing major seems to have changed around you, your heart feels lighter, and your body carries a softness that makes each day a little easier to walk through. You find yourself smiling more often, trusting more deeply, and believing in what is yet to come. This is not the kind of hope that the world gives, and it is not based on empty wishes. It is a gift placed directly by Allah into your heart. This beautiful feeling is called tawakkul, complete trust in Allah. It is the belief that even if you cannot see the full picture, you know that your Lord is already working behind the scenes. You are no longer tied down by fear, doubt, or sadness over what is missing. Instead, you are lifted by the certainty that what is meant for you will find its way to you, no matter how far it seems today. Allah promises this to us in Surah Al-Talaq when He says, "And whosoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out, and will provide for him from where he does not expect." Quran 6:5-3. These are not just words to read, they are truths to live by. When your heart is filled with sincere fear of Allah, and your steps are guided by obedience, Allah promises a way through every difficulty, and He promises to send you provisions, including love and companionship, from places you could not even imagine. This unexplainable hope becomes your constant companion. You wake up with it, you walk with it, you sleep with it. It shields you from the disappointments that once made you feel broken. It makes you stronger, not because you have seen the future, but because you trust the One who controls the future. It is Allah's way of preparing your soul for a great blessing. It is His gentle whisper to your heart saying, "Be patient, my servant. The gift I have written for you is on its way." So when you notice this invisible thread of hope weaving itself through your body, lifting you up without any clear reason, know that it is a sign of something beautiful approaching. Your heart is learning how to rely on Allah fully. And in that reliance lies the sweetest preparation for the destined meeting that is closer than you think.